Now let's learn the line plot. So let's see how we can create it. So in our data set, so line plot, first of all, is useful when you have some kind of time information or date, date time information. So there's a chronological sequence in your data points, and you want to plot them and see like things like trend and seasonality and what kind, similar kind of things. So in our data set, when we look at it, there's not exactly directly something that we can use as date time. However, we have the model year. So in each year there is the different car types. So we can make use of this, but we have to work on it though. We cannot directly use it, right? We cannot directly use it. So what can we do? We can, I was thinking, let's make use of the dplyr library and take and group the data set into based on the model year, right? And once we do that, we can maybe take the average of, I don't know, MPG of each year and see over the years how the average miles per gallon have changed among the cars. So let's see whether there's any effect of the years on the average MPG. So let's go. So let's say df, and then we are going to group by, right, based on the model year. Okay, so if you run this again, only grouping has been done, nothing yet. Let's use the other pipe type. So and then we are going to create summarize here, right? So summarize, and what did we say? We said we are going to take the average MPG in each year. So we are going to calculate mean of MPG. Let's say na.rm true in case there's any missing values here. And let's save this back into a variable called average MPG is equal to, if we run this, perfect, we have 13 rows for each year, as you can see. There's the average MPG right there. Okay, great. So another thing that would be useful is once we are done with our grouping, and if you don't need that group anymore, we can use this ungroup at the end, basically get rid of the grouping. So let's save this back into a new data frame called I don't know, df mpg by year, for example. So we have a small data set, df mpg by year. Now we are going to make use of this. So let's make sure that it's still fine. It looks good. Let's create a coding section. Take this data set, and now I'm going to create this plot. So the base R way of doing this would be, again, the plot function. So plot column, the data frame name, and then the dollar, and then the column name we are going to use for the x-axis. So model year, comma, the data frame name, $sign. We are interested in plotting the average MPG, right? And honestly, that's the only two columns we have anyway. So if I just do this, it will create scatter plot, meaning it will just point, show the dots there. And actually there's kind of an increasing trend. So over the years, MPG seems to increase, so that's a good thing. If we want to create a line plot, we will have to say type is equal to L for the line plot, basically. So now it will connect those dots together, as you can see. So this is the base R way of creating a line plot. Let's create it using ggplot. So I will say ggplot, open close parentheses, the data frame name. In aesthetics, on the x-axis, I want to see the model year. And on the y-axis, I want to see average MPG. Okay, that's the canvas right there. And now let's just add one more thing with this geom_line for the line plot. Good. That's it. So we have created our plot. So there's an increase there, as you can see. We can change the width of the line, so we can make it thicker or thinner. Let's make it thicker a little bit. Yeah, size 1 looks good, I think. Size 1.3. Yeah, a little bit more thicker. Okay. Again, just like before, if we want to change the color of the line with another color, let's go, for example, this time with blue. There's the blue color there. There's different types of blue. I think there was something called royal blue, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so this is royal blue. So there's many different types of colors in R. Another thing, this is the line plot. We can, if you are also interested in seeing the dots together with the line there, we can add more geoms here. So this, the first thing we added is geom line with the plus. We can add one more plus, and then we can say geom point. Right, with this, basically it will add the dots in these corners here where the year is changing. I just run it, you will see these small dots happening there. Again, the same way, if you want the size of those dots to be larger, let's make it 4, for example. Yeah, you see those dots now much larger. The thing is, they are still in the black color though. So if you want the same color, you can copy paste this over here, like so. Now everything will be in this royal blue color here. Okay, so that's one way. Another thing we can add is alpha. So alpha value shows like how transparent it is. Okay, so alpha 1 is the normal condition. And if you make this, let's say 0.4, will be, you see, a little bit more transparent. Maybe this figure looks better. Okay, and that's it for the line plot there.